I'm not gonna lie, I might have just had a light fall on me. Hi, and welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here, my name is Karina Joy, and this channel is called What Brings Karina Joy, and I talk about books because they're fun and I love them. So today is going to be a very middle grade focused library haul. So I'm super excited about middle grade March. It has been on my radar for a long time now. If you haven't watched any of my videos, I'll let you know that I didn't know about BookTube until, I'd say maybe like June or July. And so, yeah, I am like complete and total newbie, not just in being a booktuber, but also watching BookTube. So I have never gotten to participate in middle grade March, and I am super excited about it because middle grade is fun. And I can also read it to my kids, which is awesome. It's just exciting. Like, I just can't wait. So I went to the library and I picked up a few middle grade books, but I tried to pick smaller ones, mainly because I want quick reads so that I can read a lot of middle grade. So I either picked graphic novels because I can get through those very quickly, or I picked like maybe 150 page, little more than that books, because I wanted to be able to read them quickly. I don't know if that's cheating or not, but middle grade sometimes can be really short, and so I decided that if I was going to get some from the library, that I would do the short ones, and then I have a few longer ones that I own that I will definitely also be reading. So we're going to dive in, and hopefully maybe I can give you some ideas for your middle grade March. Okay, so the first book I picked up is Just Beyond the Very, Very Far North. Now, this is actually the second book in a series. The other one is called The Very, Very Far North. These are pretty new. Yeah, they were published in 2020. So we read the first one at the beginning of the year last year for a book club that we have in our homeschool group, and everybody absolutely loved it. It's funny and cute and just heartwarming. I mean, it's Arctic animals. You can't go wrong with a polar bear, a puffin, an Arctic hare, an owl, and a yak. I mean, come on, like, you just can't go wrong with the cute animals. So I picked up the second one because I want to read it and see what it's like. Now, these are, I would say this book is more along the lines of like short stories that somewhat correlate. They're just like little chunks of their life, and I wouldn't say that it's a real like deep dive into the characters or the story, but it's enough to just really warm your heart. It's a light read. Pick up the first one, and if you have time, get the second one, because I'm sure it's going to also be amazing. I don't know if anybody else just drops their books on the floor. Maybe I shouldn't, but that's what I do. And so, you know, it gets it out of the way. Sorry. But I kind of like the sound of dropping a book too. So anyway, I grabbed this one mainly because of the cover. It's called 21 Magic Words. It says, before 10-year-old Kobe's parents sailed into an ocean storm 5 years ago, her mother gave her 27 words written on Post-it notes. For Kobe, these words have astonishing powers. Trellium helps find things that have been misplaced. If she says Avante, Kobe can see her parents again. Other words help Kobe as she and her sister weather big changes in their lives, such as moving in with their uncle. But words can also get Kobe in trouble. At her new school, Kobe begins to tell lies, and there are no magic words to get her out of the mess that ensues. This compelling novel explores a child's imaginative strategy for dealing with good grief. Guys, reading is hard, okay? I just can't do it. Reading in my head is fine. Reading out loud, yeah. Dealing with baffling losses and a newly forming family's capacity for love. So I thought it was kind of cute. The girl, I don't know if this is a tattoo or what, but you know, let me see if I can get it to focus. I thought it was kind of cute. I like the cover. And I like magic usually, as long as it's not too witchcraft based, if that makes sense. Okay. I have hauled this one before, actually in my last library haul, and I did not get a chance to read it, but I really want to, and so I checked it out again. I'm definitely going to put it on the priority list for March because it looks awesome. So this is Bolivar, however you say it. This little, I think it's a little girl. Yes, a little girl lives next door and she finds out that her neighbor is a dinosaur. What? So yeah, we have to read that one. Some of these I don't know a whole lot about. I just kind of went through the aisles and just grabbed stuff, which is pretty much what I always do in the library because it gives me an opportunity to look at books that I might not have looked at otherwise, and just kind of opens my bookish world up. So this is called Into the Volcano, and it is a graphic novel. And it says two brothers end up hopelessly lost in the underground lava tubes of an erupting volcano. To survive, they need to both outrun their pursuers and find an exit. When one of them takes a deadly fall, the other must summon up courage as he never had, or both will die. Come along on an extraordinary journey from one of the most highly imaginative and gifted illustrators of our time. So this is by Don Wood, which I've never heard of, but the illustrations look amazing. Let me find a good one here. So it's just kind of an interesting book. I might seem just a little bit scatterbrained. I feel like I'm scatterbrained. I have been sick for a week. I ended up in urgent care on Friday, and I'm worn out, but I really wanted to get some videos filmed. I'm feeling a little bit better, and so if you're new here, I'm usually more talkative, which I don't know, that might not be a good thing. The next two graphic novels I picked up, I've actually had these in my book outlet cart for a while now because I thought they looked really good. But the first one is Cees Journal, and the second one is Cees Journal Lost and Found. And these are about a girl that, let's see, Cees dreams of being a novelist. She keeps a journal for her notes, scrapbook pieces, and doodles about the mysteries she encounters every day. Her favorite subject, people, especially grown-ups. Everyone has their own special secret. Cees figures, and the only way to understand someone is to find out what that secret is. So these have piqued my interest for a while. I figured I would pick both of them up and hopefully I can get through them but the illustrations are super, super cute. Like, I love these kinds of graphic novels. They're just, I don't know. I wish more adult books had illustrations secretly, because I love illustrations or pictures or whatever. Now this one's kind of a cheesy one, okay? But growing up, this was my favorite Disney character. This came out, I think I was like 10 or 11. He's my friend, okay guys? And so when I saw this manga, I was like, yeah, I need to pick that up. But it is a Stitch manga. Now, I've never read manga before. I've seen a few people talk about it. Usually the subject matter just really doesn't interest me, but I love Stitch. So I figured I would pick it up, try it. It's probably gonna be cheesy and silly, but I thought it was cute. So I am gonna try that. I mean, I don't really feel like I need to read the synopsis of this because I think it's self-explanatory. It's gonna be Stitch doing stuff. So, okay, now this one I picked up because it's by Gary Paulson, and I have Hatchet by him. And I actually didn't realize he had written so many books, but this was a short read and I thought it looked good. So this is the Quilt. Now, this is completely and totally a cover slash title pickup from the library for me because it does not have a synopsis in it. So I actually have no clue what it is about, but I don't do it so much anymore, but I used to make quilts. And so usually books about quilts or quilting or anything like that pique my interest just because it's nostalgic. So yeah, I don't know anything about this one. If you have read this one, let me know in the comments and let me know if it's worth my time. Okay, another one. I have heard so many good things about this book. And good things being, it's a good book, but it's sad. And so I wanted to read it, but I don't know. It might not fit my mood for spring and warm weather and flowers blooming and all of those things. But I saw it and I picked it up because I have heard amazing things about it. It is A Monster Calls. This is, if I remember right, this is a story about grief. It says the monster showed up after midnight, as they do, but it isn't the monster Connor's been expecting. He's been expecting the one from his nightmare. The nightmare he's had nearly every night since his mother started her treatments. The one with the darkness and the wind and the screaming. So it's kind of a creepy read from what I've gathered, but it's more about grief and what that does to a person. So I'm interested. Okay, so this isn't really a graphic novel, but it is a book with illustrations, and it has quite a few illustrations throughout, and they're black and white, really well done. So I'm excited to get to this one. I honestly hope I get to all of these in March, but I don't know if I will or not. I'm gonna try really hard to make it like a hardcore readathon month. Some months I read a ton and some months I don't. And so I really want March to be like the month that I spend a lot of time reading. Okay, now this one I have read before and I got it so that as a family we could read it again. My daughter, who is 9, who actually, until we read this book, did not really like sitting and reading books. She never really listened to the books or caught the storyline or any of that. But this book, she has begged me to reread. So we are going to reread it in the month of March, and it is When Mischief Came to Town. This is such a cute read. This was one of my favorite reads from last year. It's about a little girl who ends up going to, I always forget where it is, Denmark. She's an orphan and she ends up going to live with her grandma. And it's just about her getting into trouble and how much she wins people over as she creates this new life with her grandma. So it is a very, very heartwarming book. Funny, hilarious. You'll love it. I highly recommend this one. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you are joining in middle grade March, this fits the orphan prompt, and it also fits the more than 5 words in the title prompt as well. So you could either, cheat and have this cover 2 prompts, or you have one or the other for that as well. So honestly, really, you need to pick up this book because it's awesome. This one I'm most excited about. It is new, and I'm not sure exactly how new. Oh, it's not going to give me the published date. I have never seen a book that didn't have the published date. Oh, here it's in the back. Yeah, okay, so this book was published in 2021, and I am just so excited for it because it looks super, super cute. But it's called Marshmallow and Jordan, and it is a graphic novel about a girl who is in a wheelchair, and she's makes a friend with an elephant. This is actually going to be my book to fit the prompt for middle grade March, where it's set in Asia, because this is in, I'm not exactly sure where it's at. I just know it's in Asia. Okay, so I'm not really sure where this is set. I know it's in Asia, but what I'll do is I will look it up and I will tell you right here when I edit, because editing is awesome. So this is going to be my read for set in Asia for middle grade March. Okay, and the very last one I've got is Pony. Now this one is the group read for middle grade March. And actually, I have been eyeballing this for a while now, even long before they picked this as the group read. So I'm actually really excited to read it. My daughter actually, good grief, I think I've said actually like 10 times in that sentence. So when I first started BookTube, was really annoying and actually might be my new annoying word. Sorry. Anyway, my daughter picked this up on her own one day, and so I got excited because I was like, this is something I can read with the kids. It's something they're interested in. So I'm going to do the group read, but I'm also going to read this to my kids in March, and I hope that it's something that we really enjoy. This is about a little boy. Let me just read the synopsis, because I don't know if I can retell it from all that I've heard. It says, reader beware, once you open Pony, oh, this is one of those little, sorry, it's one of those little blurbs. Okay, it says 12-year-old Silas is awoken in the dead of night by 3 horsemen who arrive unannounced to take his father away. Silas is left shaken, scared, and alone, except for the presence of his companion, Mittenwool, who happens to be a ghost. But when a pony shows up at his door, Silas knows what he has to do. He will set out on a perilous journey across a vast American landscape to find his father, a journey that will ultimately connect him with his past and future and the unfathomable mysteries of the world around him. Okay, so this looks like it's going to be so good. I can't say much more. I'm ready to read it. Okay, so that was my very middle grade focused library haul. I did it on purpose. I typically don't do that at the library. I usually grab from every section known to man in the library because I'm a book nerd and I can't buy all the books, and so I go to the library just to gather more books to put on my shelves for, you know, a couple of weeks, a month, and then I give them back and I get different ones. So yeah, that's it. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Leave in the comments below some books that you are considering reading for middle grade March. I know this is a library haul, but it is pretty much geared towards middle grade March, and I am excited and I want lots of recommendations. So if you could give me, I would love like recommendations for short books. That way I can either get them on audio and listen to them really quick or read them in one sitting, because I want to read a lot in March. So anyway, leave that in the comments and I will see you in the next video.